I'm going down to the river. Oh, don't you wanna come? I sit down at the river. We're gonna have some fun.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Friday Morning Live Show. The live show's podcast and meta content is brought to you every week by these loyal sponsors. These Southern Land Brokers. Let David Harrell and these Southern Land Brokers represent you as a buyer or seller of recreational property, timberland, or farmland in the South. McGraw-Webb Chevrolet on the bypass in Camden, Alabama, serving their customers for 30 years. Join the McGraw-Webb Chevy family today. Tucker ATV, Jackson, Alabama, your local servicing Polaris Hustler Echo dealer with an international reputation. CT Ward Power Sports in Camden, Alabama, XL Godfrey Hurricane Boats powered by Mercury and Yamaha engines, your water skiing gear headquarters on Lake Millers Ferry. Safford Trading Company and Safford Equipment under the tower in Safford, Alabama, home of your residential and commercial lawn care bundle bear. Wildlife Management Solutions in Eutaw, Alabama. Let the guys at WMS select the right seed and blends for your soil type. South Alabama Kubota and Reynolds on the Strip in Monroeville, Alabama. Kubota and Skag Zero Turns, the right Kubota tractor for the right price. Thanks for supporting the Gettin' Outdoors sponsors and enjoy the show. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Gettin' Outdoors live show. We are live from the Lawler Timber Company, Grampian Hills Outdoor Media Center, 69 degrees outside, partly cloudy, west-southwest winds at 5 miles per hour. And I want to welcome my co-host this morning, Dunn Sports owner and reigning champion of the Roland Cooper State Park Big Crappie Day, Mr. Joe Allen Dunn. Good morning, Joe Allen.
Good morning, Big Daddy. Glad to be here.
We got a good crowd on here. Your number one fan, Bud Williamson's tuned in. J.C. Peoples is tuned in. I ain't seen him in here in a long time. Good to see him. Tommy D. Brian, old Big Bama Brian, done made a fashion statement in the catfish world. Don Philpott, old Slim's tuned in. Moody Manus, how you doing, Moody? And let's see, I think old Leon Andrews was tuned in too. Leon's in here, Noonan Hall. Got a good crowd. Good morning, everybody. We got a lot to go over. I want to start out by congratulating my governor, Kay Ivey. She did it. She didn't have, she won it without a runoff. I'm so proud of her. That old Shane Jones tuned in. Miss Jill up in Boston, Massachusetts. And Tina, my dear Tina, down in Monroeville, Alabama. Good morning, everybody. We got a lot to go over this morning, Joanne. Let's start off with the events that's going on this weekend. And, of course, tomorrow is the first Roland Cooper State Park Big Crappie Day since 2019. And we're going to talk a whole lot more about that in a minute. But also down in the lower end of the Mobile Delta, Dippy Outdoors, we got a crappie tournament out of Cliffs Landing. Reckon the water's going to be messed up down there.
That's going to be rough for them.
Yeah.
They'll be out in the woods everywhere.
Yeah, Cliffs Landing, safe daylight till 2 o'clock unless they might cancel it, but I'll let you know if they do. But $60 boat contact dip. There's his phone numbers on the screen right there. And there's something that I got last night. I don't know who's doing it, but at Bridgeport City Landing Monday, which is Memorial Day, they are having a fruit jar open Monday from 3. That ain't. That ain't it. That ain't right. That ain't right. That ain't the one. I know I made a banner. Here it is. I'm sorry. It's Bridgeport Landing Fruit Jar Tournament from Safe Light to 2 o'clock Monday. $80 a boat, includes the big fish. One out of every 7 boats will be a payout. So if you have 14 boats, you'll have 2 places paid out. 0.25 deduct for dead fish. Big fish must be alive. I don't know who's putting it on. Do you know who's putting it on?
I do not.
But that is Monday at Bridgeport City Landing. So if you want to fish in a good tournament Monday, there it is. And I just found out about it last night. Don't know who's doing it or anything. And then next weekend in Demopolis at Runaway Landing, it will be a Share the Gospel Memorial Bass Tournament, open bass tournament for Ray Covington. It's a Ray Covington Memorial Tournament, $125 a boat. And Reverend Howard Gaston, 251-232-1940 is who is heading that up. Good Lord, look at all the comments. Look at all the folks tuned in. Grandma Karen's back in the house. Mitzi Brunner's tuned in. B-Dog, Mark Brunner's tuned in. Y'all done got through turkey hunting. We got you back in the show now. And I tell you what, we appreciate everybody tuning in. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk a lot about the Big Crappie Day coming up tomorrow. That's what Joe Allen's going to talk about. We got a lot of changes in the river. So we'll talk about that. Let's take a little break, and then we will talk about that next segment on the Getting Outdoors live show. Y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. Y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back right after a word from these loyal sponsors. Coast to Coast True Value in downtown Camden, a shopping experience you will never forget. Bubba and Joe Allen Dunn at Dunn Sports in Thomasville, Alabama, across from McDonald's. Outfitters for the serious sportsman. The Pecan on Broad, Camden, Alabama. Get some South in your mouth. All your favorites made from scratch daily, Wednesday through Friday, and the best brunch in the South on Saturday. Plaza Golf Cart Sales in Demopolis and Tuscaloosa. Your easy-go superstore. Brett Lofton at Southern Advertising in Monroeville, Alabama, printing almost everything since 1992. Town Country United Bank, Camden, Alabama, proud sponsors of the Town Country United Bank Hunting and Fishing Report every week on the Getting Outdoors podcast. Thanks for supporting the Getting Outdoors sponsors. Now let's get back to the live show. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Getting Outdoors live show. Friday morning. I see old Tim Wood is on there. How you doing, Tim? I hope everything's going good up there at the Central Alabama Farmers Co-op. Toro Wallace, good morning from Pleasant Grove, Alabama. Glad to have all of you in the house. All right, what we're going to talk about now is tomorrow's Roland Cooper State Park Big Crappie Day. It is for those of you who don't know how it works, it is an individual competition, $25 for adults, $15 for kids. We weigh in every hour on the hour at 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, and 2, giving away $75, $50, and $25. There is a sponsor every hour. The 9 o'clock sponsor is Wilcox Farm and Hunting Supply. 10 o'clock sponsor Dunn Sports in Thomasville, Alabama. 11 o'clock sponsor CT Ward Power Sports in Camden. He ain't got no boats, Joe Allen. He done about sold out of boats.
Yeah, I was by there yesterday. They was wide open working on them.
Yeah. 12 o'clock sponsors McDonald's Grocery. And I do want to remind all you guys coming to fish Millers Ferry, whether you coming to fish the Roland Cooper State Park Big Crappie Day or Bass Tournament, McDonald's Grocery is the only 24-hour gas pump that has non-ethanol gas. So if you come in at 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever, you can pull up there to McDonald's even on Sunday and get non-ethanol gas for your boats at McDonald's Grocery. McGraw-Webb Chevrolet is your 1 o'clock sponsor. They might even have a new truck down there they might want to sell. 2 o'clock sponsors Coast to Coast True Value in downtown Camden. And the big fish of the day is going to get a $500 check from Community Neighbor Bank. And the youth big fish of the day is going to get a $250 check from Town Country United Bank. The reigning champion of this event is Mr. Joe Allen Dunn. In 2019, Joe Allen, you had a 2.32. You won an hourly weigh-in and $500, so you won $600. And that's what we want to talk about today. We got a little rain this week. What is the water going to be like tomorrow for those people that might be on the bubble about fishing this tournament tomorrow? I think the water is going to help. So tell those folks that are thinking about getting in it that might think this water is going to mess them up, what it's going to be like out there.
Well, actually, like I said, it's going to be a little bit higher than we had last week. It's going to have the stumps covered. Your flats, it's going to have a lot of current going through them now. But your sloughs that are not fed by a creek are still going to be fine. And it's going to be a little bit high where you can't see the stumps. You're really going to have to hunt for them or have a good pair of coasters on where you can see down in the water a little ways. Or if you know where your structure's at, go to it in those sloughs, and the fish is still going to be on them. Your alligator's going to be a good one. Mill Creek, come up river, Liddell's, Buzzard Roost, all of them's going to be ideal. Now, the further you get north after, say, Pine Barren or Chalachi, it's going to start getting really high then up there, because that's just the way the lake works with high water. So further north is going to be harder. I'm not saying it's not going to produce. It'll be more for somebody that knows exactly what they're looking for in that water. Gerald was fishing it back when it was bad like that upriver. He was catching big stringers of big fish, so it can be done if you know what you're doing. But for the average guy, I would stay south. Hit all your stuff south, and you'll be fine. You'll be able to find fish, and actually, with this water higher, it's going to make them go back to biting a little bit better, and actually go to biting maybe in some places back a little bit shallower than what they were 2 weeks ago. So, and I'm not going to count off the river bite too, because
if you can find some eddy water,
it's going to bunch the fish that are in current in really tight balls. And if you can find one of them, you can get lucky on that.
And it only takes one fish. And I'll tell you my strategy. If I was going to fish, I am going to help them at the weigh-in, so I'm not going to be able to fish. But what I always did is I would get out there, at daylight, and I'd try to catch me 2 big fish and get to the weigh-in about 10 minutes to 9 and weigh one fish in on the 9 o'clock hour. And then when the 9 o'clock hour is over, weigh another fish for the 10 o'clock hour and then go back fishing. Then I got to 11 o'clock to catch 2 more fish to come back to the weigh-in. Now, for some of those guys like Brandon Threadgill, he going to be fishing way up there. He ain't fishing for no hourly weigh-in. No, he's fishing for that $500.
Yep.
And so that's what I would do if I was fishing it. Now, the water's going to be muddy and it's going to be high. It's going to probably be some trash coming down the river.
Yep.
So practice safety. Wear your keel switches, wear your life jackets, and be careful out there and be courteous out there too. It's going to be a lot of people on the river. It's Memorial Day weekend. And even though the river's going to be kind of messy, it ain't going to be that bad, but it is going to be messy. Be careful, courteous, and be sure to carry a trash bag.
And like with any high water, don't go running in places you run before, because today it liable to float a log in there. You never know. So you got to be careful till the high water's gone. Then you'll be all right. But you better be real careful this weekend.
And we also want to mention once again that the road is being prepared between where you turn off to Bridgeport City Landing and Highway 43 that goes to the state park. If you look on that map when you turn off the Camden bypass at the Camden post office. If you're going to Bridgeport City Landing, you can get there no problem, except at drop off. If you see a sign that says slow, you better slow down. So you can get to Bridgeport no problem on the green route and launch. However, if you're coming from Bridgeport to Roland Cooper, you got to go all the way around and hit that red route, which is Highway 43, because the road is being worked on between the Bridgeport City Landing turnoff and Highway 43 going to the Roland Cooper State Park. So be aware of that if you're coming in here and you ain't been here in a while, because that's been a couple of weeks now, and of course this rain's got them behind. But if you come, and be sure to remember that. All right. Anything else, Joe Allen? What are your plans now? You are the reigning champion. Bud Williamson, your number one fans coming up here to, I hope this time you will make a showing and not just tuck your tail and run like you did at the jugging contest. So what are your plans? You going to go out and scout a little bit today?
I'm going to check the water, see what conditions I have in different places. Donna's done said where the first stop's at, so I got to do what she says.
There you go.
And she done picked our first stop, and hopefully we can get a couple of big fish off that right off the bat, like you said, and make it to that first weigh in. And then we go head upriver and check out some spot. Like I said, it's all going to be on what I see today. I won't go look and see what they look like.
Yeah, now your weigh-ins are paying $75, $50, and $25 every hour. So once you bring a big fish in and win your money back, then you go try to catch that big fish. Yep. So, but anyway, now let me tell you, they are now this is where we got a little bit crossed up. Not nobody's fault, probably my fault for not communicating it good enough with the folks at the state park. We have new managers at the state park. Mr. June and Cliff Hamblin, and they are great people. Josh is new, Josh Prim. He's going to be the tournament director. But after meeting with them Wednesday, I decided that they needed me down there, and I don't mind going and helping them. I wanted to fish, but I'm going to help them just to make, for this is the first time, and we're going to make it work. And here's, if you want to sign up now, you can sign up today at the Roland Cooper State Park office from right now to 5 o'clock this afternoon. All right, if you want to sign up in the morning, I will be at the pavilion at Roland Cooper State Park at 5 a.m. in the morning, and we will take interest till 8 p.m., 8 a.m. So we'll take interest till 8 a.m. at the pavilion. First weigh-ins at 9 a.m. on the point at the T-Pier at Roland Cooper State Park. Now, we did have a $5 late fee for signing up the day of the tournament. We are waiving that because of the confusion we had at the sign-up. And Miss June and Mr. Cliff told me the other day, this is a learning experience, and she promises everybody next year she's going to have tickets at every bait shop in Alabama.
Good.
before the next weekend. But she just didn't know this year. She didn't know how to do it.
Yeah, they'd have 100 people already signed up.
Yeah.
If they'd had them out
Well, I think they got 15 or 20 signed up now, and I say for today and tomorrow, the water's going to have a little. Even Jabbo done backed out because he's scared of the water. But I think we'll have 35 to 50. That'll be a good crowd. That'll be a good payoff. And the money, like I said, because of the sponsors, the money's already there for the hourly weigh-ins and the big fish. So the entry fees we're going to pay down to as far as we can pay down. Yeah. So it's going to be a good event. I will be doing all kind of Facebook Live stuff from the point tomorrow. I'm going to have my drone down there. And so y'all keep up with it on the Getting Outdoors Facebook page. Too bad you got to work too, JC, because we'd love to take your money down here, son. Oh, Lord, we're going to have a good time tomorrow at the Roland Cooper State Park, Big Crappie Day. And if you want to just come to the weigh-in, you know, we're going to be weighing in on the point behind the pavilion. If you've never been there, it's a beautiful, beautiful place. Just come on down there, bring your lawn chair, and hang out with us. We're going to have a great, great time. And Joe Allen, good luck. Good luck. Everybody, you know, you got some sticks coming up here.
I know it. I saw one of them this morning headed down river checking
Mark
out
Bolden,
Yeah,
he's
out there
signed up.
scouting. He's gonna be a contender too.
Brandon Threadgill and his
yeah.
wife are signed up. The Gigi's grandson, Jason, he's coming up here today. He's a player. I wish Gerald was fishing. He had to work, but he's not gonna be able to fish. Shane's got a pay trip up at Warrior River tomorrow, but I think he's coming tomorrow night.
Yeah,
and cook for us. So that muddy water makes those big ones stay put. What color, Shane? Tell them what color jigs to use if they're fishing with jigs in that muddy water tomorrow. Give us a little help, Shane. He'll do it. And all right, let's see all right, the water's rising, Joe Allen, and there will be some cat fishermen out there putting out some limb lines.
Yeah.
Now we had some problems a couple of weeks ago when the water started falling and the limb lines were catching blue herons and crows. And so if you're going to run some limb lines, when that water goes down, get those hooks out.
Yes.
Undo them. Do not leave any out there. The mayfly hatch is a good mayfly hatch right now going on as we speak. And anywhere you see mayflies, they're going to concentrate brim, and up under them brims is going to be them big old yellow cat.
Yep.
So if you see a mayfly tree and you see all them birds knocking them in the water and them brim eating them, it's a big old yellow cat up under them. I promise you that. I did want to show y'all this picture, if you didn't see it, of my dear, dear friend, Mr. David Gaston. Right, that's a cabbage head right there. He went to Harris Farm and Marketplace yesterday and got him a cabbage. They got cabbage, they got tomatoes, cucumbers, they got some watermelons, and they're not the homegrown watermelons that they will have, but that right there at Harris Farm and Marketplace. And if you haven't already booked your peas and butter beans, you better do it. But I wanted to put that old picture of Pappy up there. He looking good, ain't he, Joe?
He is.
Old David Gaston.
He was in the store the other day buying cricket, and I asked him where he was going. He said, I can't tell you. And I said, what do you mean? He said, it's nothing personal, but he said, if I tell you, it might get out and I'll get in trouble and I won't be able to go back fishing next, so I can't tell you.
There you go. And I did want to put this up here too. We showed it Wednesday night, Joe Allen, and I made this announcement. It's May. We got a long ways to go in 2022, but I'm saying nobody is going to beat that fashion statement that Big Bama Bryant made last Saturday when he won that benefit catfish tournament in Selma, and I named him the best dressed angler on Millers Ferry for 2022. I don't believe nobody will beat him.
Well, I found them shorts and started to get me a pair. They had Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah.
And I called you and asked you want a pair, and you said, no, you'll pass.
I'll let him make that fashion statement. But ain't he pretty? Ain't he pretty? I tell you, he's a good old guy. All right, y'all, let me tell you, I want to show you this too. The turkeys out here are still doing it. I mean, they are still gobbling, they're still breeding, and I don't care what nobody says. They are still doing it. They still blowed up down here.
Well, I tell you what I saw this morning. I saw a hen go across the road, and she had about 8 to 10 little poults with her. So the early ones that bred early are already hatching off. So we're going to have plenty of turkeys.
Okay. And I just got a text from Taylor Wall. He said he's in Facebook jail. He can watch, but he can't comment. Well, I want to know when you're going to get some more boats out there. I could not believe it when I came by there. You know, we did the grand opening the other day, and he had 15 or 20 center console boats, ski boats. I think all he's got left now is 2 pontoon boats and 1 center console boat. And he's moving those boats at CT Ward Power Sports, but he told me he thinks he'll have some more in by the 4th of July. So man, I'm so proud. I'm so proud that he's moving those boats, and that service department, he's got old Will Harrell stretched out back there. And I think they need some help. If you know any young person that wants to
Well,
get into that kind of business, I think him and his wife done hit on something right there now.
yeah, and Will pulled a prank on me yesterday, a joke. I was in there and he was telling me about my boat. It's going to be what all he's got to do, getting it ready. He said a throttle cable broke in it, and I said, "Yeah, I knew it. It's about that salt water to eat it up."
Yeah.
He said, but the bad news is there's no way I'm gonna get it here and have it ready by snapper season. He was serious when he tell it. And my face dropped. And he looked at me and he started laughing. He said, "I wanted to see what your face would do if I said that." He said, "No, I'll have it ready."
Yeah, you talking about going snapper?
Yeah.
Season opens up today, I believe it is.
Does.
We saw a big boat going by here a while ago. Good morning, Rusty Godbold. Old Rusty, he's mowing grass now, son. He got him one of them new lawn mowers from Safford Equipment Company, and him and his wife are mowing grass and doing a great job. Yeah, William, you're exactly right. William Malone says, Will is awesome at CT Ward. Great to be able to get a boat fixed in Camden. And he is an asset here now, man. It really is. All right, if y'all have not already listened to, I urge you to go download the Gettin Outdoors podcast app or listen to it on your podcast app on your phone. Podcast number 168 with Marcel and Mallory Ledbetter. Great. I did not know that she grabbed an alligator last year in one of those holes, catfish holes. So she tells us all about it on this week's podcast 168. And we had a good Town Country United Bank hunting and fishing report the other night. Kevin went over real good bass fishing. You did too. And I also I saw on Facebook this morning that they have a petition going around they have a problem with Mount Vernon Landing down in Mount Vernon, Alabama. I guess that's on the Mobile River. Is that where the Alabama and the Tom Bigby meet down there?
It's right there close. They may more than likely it may still be the Tom Bigby. I'm not sure.
But anyway, they are starting a petition. They have some maintenance work they need doing. You heard me last week talk about the Coosa Alabama River Improvement Association has gotten that money allocated to do the dredging down that way. So if you can go and sign that petition and help those folks out, the more folks that get involved on this Alabama River system, the more things we're going to get done. They're turning some money loose. They are finally realizing what the recreational anglers, the recreational boaters are meaning to these small town economic impact, and the politicians are beginning to find out. Long as we've been pounding the podium, it's time for them to. And I give a lot of the credit to Miss Kay Donaldson with the Alabama Bass Trail, because she took that little old group, and in 10 years, what she's done with that is amazing. She is the envy of every state in the nation, as that Alabama Bass Trail, and what she's done with it. And I'm telling you, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Fishing's going to get big. Look, we got a tournament coming up Monday right here at Bridgeport. Just popped up out of nowhere.
Yep.
It's something going on just about every night. Night tournaments are going on, daytime tournaments. Every Saturday is something. It's a big tournament on Demopolis, paying $25,000. L&L Marine this weekend. It's always something going on. And I'm going to say it once again, because of the increased traffic on the river system, all the way from the Coosa River to the Mobile River, be sure to practice safety, 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 and courteous. Be courteous.
All right, Shane's giving a secret there.
Yeah, black and chartreuse, hand-tied, orange head, John Deere color body. So orange and green, I guess that green chartreuse. But black and chartreuse, everybody's got one of them. And Millers, I reckon you're going to have to put the minnow right on their nose in that muddy water, though, right?
Well, it's best to. They'll be less spooky in that muddy water, too. You can get up there to them. But I'm gonna be throwing that at Reuben,
Reuben,
Florida.
Florida. Yep.
And
all right, let's take a break. We'll be back in a minute. We'll go over the Community Neighbor Bank Grandma Karen Memorial Day Weekend Weather Report coming up next. Y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back right after a word from these loyal sponsors. Rack and Reel Sports Grill, Camden, Alabama, where anglers and hunters meet for supper and Sunday lunch. Home of the Thursday night all-you-can-eat chicken wings. Community Neighbor Bank with locations in Greenville, Camden, Pine Hill, and Grove Hill, serving rural Alabama since 1906, bringing you the Gettin Outdoors weather since 2007. Lawler Timber Company, Camden, Alabama, family-owned independent business offering professional forestry services and home of the Grampian Hills Outdoor Media Center. Harris Farm and Marketplace, Possum Bend, Alabama, Park, Laree, Pip, and Hunter, family-grown, family-owned farm fresh produce. Thanks for supporting the Gettin Outdoors sponsors. Now, let's get back to the live show. All right, everybody, this is your Gettin Outdoors Community Neighbor Bank. Grandma Karen, we're glad to have Grandma Karen back with us. She had a little bout with the COVID, and we missed her last week, but glad she's back this week. This is your Memorial Day weekend forecast, and let me tell you, it has been, I think we got about 7 inches of rain here at the Woodyard in the last 6 days. All right, today, Friday, areas of dense fog before 8 a.m., otherwise sunny with a high near 83, southwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming west afternoon. Excuse me. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 59, northwest winds around 5 miles an hour, becoming calm in the afternoon. Tomorrow, if you're fishing in the Roland Cooper State Park Big Crappie Day, it's a perfect day. Sunny with a high near 85, calm wind becoming northeast 5 miles an hour in the afternoon. Saturday night, clear with a low around 60, north winds around 5 miles per hour, becoming southeast after midnight. Sunday, sunny with a high near 88, light east wind becoming southeast 5 to 10 miles an hour in the morning. Sunday night, mostly clear with a low around 62, south winds around 5 miles per hour. And then on Memorial Day, if you got the day off, sunny with a high near 89, light southeast wind becoming south 5 to 10 miles an hour in the morning. And that is your Memorial Day weekend Community Neighbor Bank Grandma Karen weather report for Memorial Day weekend 2022. And please, please remember what this weekend's all about. It is Memorial Day. We need to think about all the servicemen and women who made the ultimate sacrifice so we could enjoy this beautiful, beautiful weekend. So my hat's off to all our service people who gave the ultimate sacrifice. That's all I got, Joe. Allen Dunn, Sports Wide Open. You brought me a bunch of pictures. You done stocked up. You need some customers over there.
Bubba's in there wide open this morning, I guarantee you.
Everybody have a great weekend. And remember, we will be broadcasting from the Roland Cooper State Park all day tomorrow, starting at 9 o'clock weigh-in, all the way till the 3 o'clock weigh-in. What's it going to take to win it, Joe Allen? What's your prediction? 232 won it last time.
Oh, it's going to have to be around 2.5, no joke.
You say 250?
Well, just there from, yeah.
Let me tell y'all a quick story before we leave. It was back in when did you have the old Pate's store down there?
Ooh,
that was in the 90s, wasn't it? So this was probably back in the 80s when Peggy and Jimmy Daly had it.
Yeah.
You know, Peggy's daddy, Mr. Pate, was the original owner of it. Anyway, she had a crappie tournament. Me and Wes Kennedy fished it. We put that pontoon boat in Liddell Slough, and we caught the heck out. I caught one that weighed 276, biggest crappie I've ever caught on this reservoir. And I'll never forget it. I said, I know I got the big fish. You know, we weighed, I think, 20 fish in. We had 18. But anyway, we got to the weigh-in. And mine was 276. and Joe Harville had a 278 and beat me for the big fish. So that's why I can remember that 276. I don't know if it'll be one that big caught tomorrow, but it could be because you got some major players.
Yeah.
You got some major players in there. And I'm telling you, even you guys fishing off your dock, it's, all it takes is one big fish to win that $500. And we will be bringing you all the action. Keep up with my Facebook page, Cooper State Park Facebook page, and we'll be keeping up with it all day tomorrow. It's going to be a fun event, and I'm really, really looking forward to it, Joe Allen. And good luck to you, although you got some stiff competition this year, and I'm not going to be there, so that's one you ain't got to worry about.
I can check off the list.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Don't forget to spay and neuter your animals. And now more than ever, y'all, God bless America. Once again, have a safe Memorial Day weekend. Remember what the weekend's all about. And remember what old Big Dad says. Get outdoors.
Pap taught me every critter's track and how to set a hair trigger on a trap. He taught me to shoot, scale, and skin and make a snare with a leather strap. He taught me to be a part of the woods and all his woodsy tricks. Said you gotta walk soft on 2 light feet and try not to break no sticks. I thank Daddy for my savvy, how to hunt and how to carry anything that I might need to get a piece of skillet meat. How to walk and how to hide, how to crawl and how to slide, how to sneak, stalk, and climb and do it all on 2 light feet.